Folks, I actually have another review before I'm done. I got like a whole bunch of videos I want to do today, and I forgot the most important part since I have Tenchi Universe on DVD, and I also have the my least favorite Tenchi show. I mean, least favorite Tenchi series, Tenchi in Tokyo. I feel like I should compare them both. Okay, now let me explain. Now, Tenchi in Tokyo, it starts off pretty strong. I mean, it starts good. It's a good start, kind of, because Tenchi goes to freaking college, and I was like, oh, he goes to college. I didn't even know he went to freaking high school. I mean, yeah, he goes to high school, but they don't show it, so you're like, hey, you don't even know if he goes to high school or he dropped out. Um, Tenchi, in Tenchi Universe, the funny thing about Tenchi Universe is I like that one along with Tenchi Muyo. Like, I know that they're different. Like, they're different because the cast of the show kind of meet differently than what they did in Tenchi Muyo. But I liked it. I liked it. It was kind of like a retelling of Muyo. And I was, it was a good show. It was a good show. It had action. It had adventure. It had fantasy. It had romance because Tenchi kind of was like with with Ryogo at the end. Not like I'm holding a grudge about that or anything, because I'm not. You totally are. Shut up, Gene. Go do your thing. Go do the other part. So there's a few noteworthy since Bugsy's having one of his rages right now. There are a few noteworthy episodes from Universe. Um, there are a few noteworthy episodes from Universe, like the space and time, where we see in other realities about Tenchi. Tenchi. We see the pretty Sammy universe. They became its own little spin-off. I still hate that, by the way. Like, seriously, pretty Sammy, freaking, of all the characters that could have got their own spin-offs, Sasami gets hers. I hated that. Anyways, nothing against Sasami at all, but seriously. Um, you know, and me personally, I just like Tenchi Universe overall. And even in Tenchi Muyo, they talk about in Tenchi Muyo, and I'm talking a little bit about Tenchi Muyo. I remember when they did the episode about his mother, and how he associates the snow with his mother's death. But little did we know in OVA 3, which is like the direct sequel to Tenchi Muyo, the first one, that his mother was bat guano crazy. No, I mean seriously, like mental, like I shouldn't say mental institution for some people. Um, she was just crazy. Okay, like funhouse crazy. Um, but back to the actual reviews at hand. You actually got to see the space. You got to see Ryoko actually had a rival named Nagi, and she just wanted to track Ryoko down, and they have a little rivalry. And then we find out that the princess is framed for treason, but mostly because of a plot that will happen later on, where Tenchi fights Kagato again, but it's different. It was okay. But you wonder why I'm not talking about Tokyo so much? Because Tokyo to me, it had a good start. It had a good little start. The girl, Tenchi falls for another girl, and they actually like each other. And I call her no character for a lot of reasons. Um, I call her no character for a lot of reasons. So, you know, and there's a lot of stuff in that show, but they all, like I said, it started off strong and then it just went out on you because in that Tenchi goes on a date with Ryoko. Bugsy, are you gonna be okay? I'm fine. Let me finish. Let me finish. All right, Bugsy. I'll just be right here to not give you a sedative. Okay, so they go on a date, and you know, Sakuya or whatever her name was. I call her no character for a reason because she doesn't leave an impression on anything that's in that series. Um, so Ryoko and Tenchi go on a date. They have fun, and then freaking, freaking the one thing Tenchi freaking Sakuya looks at what happened. He's like, you're lying, Tenchi. Your nose twitches when you lie, and blah blah blah. And I was like, ugh, you're really going back to her? I mean, you really made Ryoko's night, and yet you're going back to no character. Really? Really? Why are you bringing out your Ace Ventura voice? Because Tenchi just really gets on my nerves. And when they were getting ready for the culture festival, oh yeah, villains trying to split Tenchi and all them up for the jewels and stuff like that. It's important, but it's kind of unimportant because it's sort of pushed to the side because they wanted to split Tenchi and the rest of them up. And on the culture festival, that's where he splits everybody up. That's when everybody splits up because Ryoko goes after seeing Tenchi and Sakuya kiss, and I got so effing mad from that. You don't have no idea the amount of rage I felt when Tenchi did that. And he told everybody to go home, which I really got angry at too. And oh yeah, I wanted to hurt him. Because he doesn't do this once in one series. He does this in Tenchi Forever, where he basically, for another character, for another girl he fell for, that wasn't real. Like Sakuya was, because the main villain, Sakuya is actually a shadow of the main villain, Yugi. Yeah, her name's Yugi. So, I just, it was cool. It was okay. Like, it started cool because, it started awesome because they had another retelling of how they all met. And I liked that. I feel like they pushed mostly all the other characters to the side a little bit so Tenchi could have a fake romance, which would kind of boost the story up a bit, but it didn't. To me, it just didn't. And then Tenchi falls in love with. Then Tenchi freaking. When Yugi finally says, "Hey, I don't need you, Sakuya, so you're gonna come back. You're gonna come back inside my body because you're my shadow," and blah blah blah. He's like, Tenchi's like, I loved her, and I'm like, I was sitting there on my bed, watching it. I was like, she was never real, you idiot. You freaking hurt everybody just to be with this non-existent piece of crap. And yet, you still cry for her. I don't get that. I mean, I do get that, but I got angry, folks. And when Bugsy gets angry, I start to see red. A lot of it. So, yeah, I kind of, Tenchi Universe, like I said, it starts out strong, but it just goes. Back in the old days, before I knew what I was, I actually made a fan fiction. It was called Living in Tenchi's House. Yes, it was self-insertion fan fiction, and yes, I put myself in it. for various reasons. And it was supposed to be right after Tenchi in Tokyo, though I never really referenced it or stated it. Um, and Tenchi wasn't even in the series. A fan fiction that I created, I was like, Tenchi's not gonna be in the series. He's gonna finish his little college thing. And I also had Moroku from Inuyasha in it too, because I kind of thought I played with this idea that I'd kind of played up for laughs. I don't know. I might redo. I've been thinking of redoing that for. I've been thinking of redoing that and actually making it like Team H is with the pictures and the words and all that crap. And I might do that. Soon as my desktop gets fixed. But what do I think of? What do I think of Tenchi? What do I think about Tenchi Universe? Awesome, and it really has a lot of. It really has a lot of melodies that you remember. Like, okay, let me pull up a few. Let me pull up a few because there's a lot of them, and it's really, you guys really need to hear these. Because they had like a memorable thing when they were just singing karaoke and stuff. And I want to show this to you because I just want to. Okay? I just want to.
Attention everybody, report to the bridge at once. Hey
I
everyone.
mean, really,
Can
but
anybody hear me? I need everyone up on the bridge. Hey, are you
Tenchi
listening
in
to me?
Tokyo only has one thing that's memorable, and that was the ending song. Well, that was the only thing that was memorable to me.
Mahoshi, answer me. Hey, anybody home?
And plus, Tenchi Universe took place in space most of the time, half of the time, like for the second half of the series. This Tenchi Tokyo basically stayed on Earth the entire time.
Maybe they're right, but tonight's the night to give your winning charm a try. Most people think
What
I'm
makes
a
me
loser
shut up?
'cause I'm such a beauty, oh yeah. But honey, tonight, you know I just might, because you're such a cutie. Oh, don't you worry about catching your train.
Hey Bugsy, don't you have a story on that song? I'm not explaining that one. People, listen closely to the song. Hey, people, listen closely to that song that Ryoko sings, and you'll pretty much know a little bit about Bugsy and her relationship. Shut up, Dean. Just listen, folks. We want you to listen.
Be my present all night long. Come on, baby, don't be a square. Liquor stories open now. Come on, baby, open like my
Oh,
heart.
you didn't hear the good part. You didn't hear the good part.
Beauty. Oh, don't you worry about catching your train. I got a hotel room and I want to. Oh yeah.
Just listen to this one more time, folks.
You know I just might.
That's your laugh, Dean.
You're such
Well,
a
it's
cutie.
Discord, yes it is.
Don't you worry about catching your train. I got a hotel room and I want to explain. Tonight, I am going to have you. Come on, baby, let's get it on. Don't you know it's Christmas time? Come on, baby.
See, folks, it said, come on, it's Christmas time. And there's a hotel mentioned. Shut up!
Presents all night long. Come on, baby.
Now, continue with your point, Bugsy.
Liquor store
I hate
is
you.
open now.
I know you do.
Baby, open like my heart.
And I wish I could I wish I could make you discorded, but I know I
What are
can't.
you doing? Can't you hear me?
I hate you, Dean. so much.
What on earth could they
But
be
here's the
doing?
other thing about Aika. But the other thing, this I don't really remember.
So now I say to
Hey, Keen, weren't you with? Don't say it, Bugsy. That's why you went to this so quickly. Bugsy, shut up. I was really this is very memorable right here. Now this song stays in your head. Yes, it really does. I gotta miss Perverted Washi from Muyo because it was funny. Why is there in like Bunny and Cat Ears? I have no idea. It's like Space Mardi Gras. Bugsy, I don't understand that at all. I do. Well, aren't you smarty? I am. I hate you. I know.
No, not at all.
I got all that.
It's hopeless.
So you see, okay, and now we will start with we'll end this video on looking at Tenchi and Tokyo's ending thing. There's like two. One about Sakuya, which I could really care less about. I can't find the actual thing. I can't find the actual ending of Tenchi and Tokyo, so we're gonna have to just make do with this. Basically, it's the entire cast of Tenchi and Tokyo saying they're gonna keep doing what they're doing, and they ain't gonna stop doing what they're doing for anybody. Me and the guys would dance to this song. Yeah, it's kind of a hoedown thing. We enjoyed it. Totally. But it was the only thing that we find memorable about Tenchi and Tokyo. Yeah, it really is. That's about it though. If we actually gave things ratings, we give Tenchi and Tokyo a 5 out of 10. I mean, freaking 7 out of 10. It was good. It was good when it first started, but it ended poorly. It just buzzed out itself. Now for Tenchi Universe, it was good all around. It didn't make everything. It wasn't stupid. So 10 out of 10. Okay, that's about it. That song said, come on, it's Christmas time. Shut up, Gene. Oh, Bugsy. You think you can mess with me in one of your videos and I don't come back for revenge? You should know that about me by now. You know I hate you. Even when you're Discord, I hate you. I hate you too, bro. I hate you too, big bro, but seriously, I just felt like I needed to share that. Yep, and that's why you're going to be restocking the bar tonight. I'll do it. And you can't use your chaos powers. You have to do it manually. I hate you. Yep.